my Gen 5 reset. We're gonna rank some shinies right now, and you're not gonna like it.
Butterfree, go!
Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we're ranking all Generation 5 shiny Pokemon right here, right now. If you haven't seen it yet, I ranked a bunch of generations, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count higher than that, but I'm gonna go at 8, and I gotta do 5, 6, and I think 7 still. But we're doing Gen 5 today, and we're gonna have a blast doing it. So hit that like button down below if you guys enjoy these types of videos. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Show some love, man. I post Pokemon videos every single day, and you do not wanna miss them. Like I said, I'll have some of the links in the description below if you want to see some of the other ones. But you might not like my feedback here. You might not like my shiny rating, but I'm going to be brutally honest. We're going to rank them, and we're going to do it right now. So let's jump into it. All right, you already know the criteria. We got God tier. We got super good, decent, disappointing, and garbage tier. So let's start them, baby. Let's rank them. Victini. You actually can't actually get a Victini ever, but it is a God tier shiny. There's no doubt. You can't get shiny Victini. It's not released. But yes, it is God tier. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna put Snivy in the decent tier. Servine actually in super good and superior and decent. I quite like the color of Servine, and that orange looks really good. Never really took a lot of time looking at these shinies, if I'm being honest. Tepig, I'm gonna actually put in decent as well. Pignite, I think I'm gonna also put in decent. But Emboar goes to God tier. Yes, it does. Emboar is a phenomenal shiny. I don't really like the Pokemon, but I love the blue flames. Oshawott, I would say, is disappointing. Dewott is disappointing, and Samurott is disappointing. I love Dewott. I love the line. You guys already know about Poseidon. So this isn't a personal attack on the Pokemon. Just that shiny is disappointing. Patrat, which I recently got in my Pixelmon series. I got 2 of them. I said it was a garbage shiny. I didn't mean it was a garbage shiny. I meant that it was a garbage Pokemon that was shiny. Garbage shiny. It's actually not bad, though. I like the eyes. I do not like Watchog, though. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Thing's ugly. Lillipup, disappointing. Herdier, disappointing. Stoutland, decent. I don't like it personally. Leopard, super good. Purloin, decent. Not bad. Oh, God, the Simmies, dude. Garbage, decent. I like Simisage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Garbage. I don't like the monkeys at all. I don't like their shinies. They're very boring. This one's actually okay. I'll put this one at decent. The rest of them I don't like. I don't like them. I like this guy though. This is my favorite one. All right. We got Mudda. Mudda's not bad. Masharna's not bad either. I actually feel like those are solid shinies. Pidove is disappointing, I guess. Tranquil, I like what they tried to do, right? They like went with the green, but it's like it's garbage. It's a garbage. Like what even happened to it? Someone threw up all over it. Does anyone actually care about Unpheasant? I kind of like this one, I guess. This one is disappointing. Blitzel is mad cute though, so that's gonna go in the decent category. Zipstrike is actually super good though. It's a subtle shiny, but that purple looks really good. Oh my God, who would have thought? We got this guy, and then, that's Rock and Roller by the way. Jigglypuff and Boldori. I call it Boldori because my wife called it Boldori one time, and I thought that was so funny, like Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. Anyway, it's Boldor, but Boldori and Gigalith, I love their shinies. They are some of the absolute best. Like, they are so good, dude, no joke. We got Woobat. I'll put Woobat in decent. Smoobat also in decent. They're not bad. Drillbur is a solid one. I think Excadrill, I personally don't like Excadrill shiny, but I'm going to put it in super good because I do think it's an actually decent shiny. Audino's garbage. I don't like it. This is like the shiny that you get all the time without trying to get a shiny. Mega Audino, also garbage. It's very bad. Very, very bad. Conkeldurr is decent, though. Like, the whole line is okay. It's not bad. I'm not, like, a huge fan of its shiny, but it looks cool. I respect it. I respect it. Timpole, also decent. Palpitoad is, I'm gonna put in decent because I can't justify putting in super good. But I am gonna put Seismitoad in super good because I do like Seismitoad shiny. I think it's quite nice, actually. So I'll do that. I think Throw and Sawk. Sawk is disappointing. Throw is a little bit better. Sewaddle is super good. That's a cutie. Swadloon, decent. Leavanny. I'm gonna put him in disappointing. Actually, I think they could be much better. Now we go to the Venipede line. Venipede goes to super good because I think it's a great shiny. Whirlipede and Scolipede, however, go to God tier. And this is one of the sickest shiny lines of all time because they're not actually similar to each other, really. They're all different from each other, but they're all amazing shinies, all top tier. I love Scolipede, and I really love Whirlipede shinies. I've always loved Whirlipede shiny. That's a great one. Connie is decent, but Whimsicott is actually God tier. Yeah. I really think Whimsicott is a god tier shiny. That's an incredible shiny. I love that Pokemon. Petalil is disappointing. It doesn't really do much for me. Lilligant is actually super good though. That's a beautiful shiny. That's really nice. It kind of like reminds me of Blossom in a way. Just put him in garbage tier, the Basculins, dude. Does anyone even know what those shinies are? It's not even a shiny, bro. Sandile is gonna go in a decent. He's not bad. Krokorok actually is pretty cool. I'm gonna put the whole line in decent. I can't justify putting them in super good despite the fact that Patrat's looking down at me like, how are you gonna put me up here but not Krokorok? I kind of like Krokorok. I like his belly. I wish Crocodile had like a different belly, but they're good. Like, listen, I can see this going in super good. Darmaka is very bad. Darmanitan is disappointing, but its Zen mode form is actually really good. And I bet you, like, there's a very large percentage of people, if you did not know what Zen mode shiny Darmanitan looked like, not the Galarian one, the Unova one, if you did not know that this is what the Zen mode shiny looked like, hit the like button down below. Social experiment. Because a lot of people didn't realize it would look like that. It looks amazing. Maractus is a decent shiny. I quite think it's okay. Dwebble is disappointing. Crustle is like a lasagna crab. It's a very bad lasagna. Scraggy is disappointing. Scrafty I personally don't like, but it's cool. I think it's a cool vibe. I dig it. We'll give him green. Shouts to Hoodlum Callum. Sigilyph is super good, dude. Sneaky shiny that people don't know about. Sigilyph, man. Sigilyph. Potato. I love that shiny. It's a very good one. Oh, man. Yamask is decent. I think I gotta put Cofagrigus in God tier, dude. This is a very good shiny. This Cofagrigus here is a very good shiny. Shiny Splash Break. Okay, we got Tortuga. It's not bad. Caracasa, I mean, listen, these are not anything crazy, right? I do quite like, I know I trash on the green shines a lot, but I like Archon. Archaeopter, as I like to call him, 50%. Not 50 cent, 50%. He's chilling in decent tier. I like Trubbish shiny, actually. I'm gonna put it in super good, believe it or not. And Garbodor as well go into super good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This is a great shiny. Like, it really is. This whole line is actually really good. Or as I would call it, super good. Zorua, probably garbage. No, I'm kidding. It's going straight to God tier, baby. I love me shiny Zorua. That blue is vibrant. It is beautiful. It is perfection at its finest. I wish I could say the same about Zoroark, and I know, so those of you who know me, purple is my favorite color. Like, it actually is. I just do not like this shiny, though. I'm gonna put it in decent, and I understand. I love Zorua. I wish it stayed blue. I don't know if it would look funny or not, but I wish it stayed blue. I just have never liked Zoroark in general. I love Zorua, though. Oh my god, this thing. Just get it out of my face. I don't like Minccino or Cinccino. The Gothitelle line is also, this could have been so much cooler. I'll put it in disappointing because it really does frustrate me. You want... The Solosis line is bad until you get to Reuniclus, and then I think Reuniclus is super good. It's a subtle shiny, but it's a really good one. Ducklet's mad cute. How can I put Ducklet anything lower than decent? Swanna is disappointing though, unfortunately. The ice cream cones, I don't feel like these images do them justice. Like, this one's not bad. I actually don't feel like the ice cream cone is that bad. But I'll put it in disappointing just because it is kind of washed out. Like, those colors could have been more vibrant and they would have been better. Deerling is another one where I'm kind of like, meh. You know, Sawsbuck, Deerling, you don't really see those. It's not really that great. Emolga's a garbage tier shiny, man. They could have done so much more with that.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Carablast, I think, is decent. Escavalier is also decent. I don't personally like Escavalier shiny that much, but it's not bad. I actually don't hate Amoonguss and Fungus either. I think that those are solid. I can't justify putting them in super good, but they're definitely solid shinies. The Frillish line is disappointing as well, I would say. Although, you know what? When you get to Jellicent, I would put them in decent. Because I like the swap to green on this one. And this one is like purple instead of pink. I respect it. I respect it. It's not bad. Alomomola, I just hate that Pokemon. That's just, we're not even going to address that. Joltik is decent. The purple eyes are cute. Small change. It's got purple feeties as well. And Galvantula is also decent. I mean, it could have been so much better. I wish it kept the purple instead of going to the dark blue. Ferroseed is actually going straight to God tier, though. That's a beautiful shiny. As is Ferrothorn. And this is not a shiny that I normally would appreciate that much. But this is much like the Scolipede line, where it's a drastic change from one evolution to the other, but they nailed both of them, in my opinion. I love the whole Kling Clang line. This whole thing is going to God tier. I'm sorry. You might be like, aDrive's lost his marbles. No, I lost my gears because Kling Clang and Clink and Clang are incredible, dude. They're actually, in my opinion, phenomenal shinies. Again, I trash on green shinies all the time. I love this combination here. I love it. And look at Clink. He's got little green noses. I love it. I love it. Dynamo is kind of meh. Electrike also kind of disappointing. Electros is solid though. That's a decent shiny. I respect it. What else we got here? We got LGM, which I think is decent. BHM, disappointing. Could have been better. Now we get to the Litwick line. Litwick, I gotta put Litwick in it. At the very least, super good. Lampent, I'm gonna put in decent. But Chandelure, oh, Gen 5 did it right, man. Gen 5 has some great design. Chandelure goes straight to God tier, easy peasy. No doubt about it. Axew, I'm gonna put in decent. Fracture, I'm actually gonna put in God tier. As is Haxorus. Haxorus also going to God tier. Some of the best shinies. I've always felt like Shiny Fracture Blue was the best blue of a shiny. And it's very similar to like the Zorua shiny, the Gigalith shiny. You could see the theme. I love that color blue on shinies. Cubchoo is decent. Beartick is disappointing. Could have been better. Grognole is not bad. It's decent as well. Shelmet is decent, but a Selgar goes straight that. Stunfisk. I guess Stunfisk can stay there. A Selgar goes straight to God tier. This is one of the best shinies I think of all time. This yellow and that kind of gray black just looks so clean, dude. No doubt about it. Mienfoo is, I mean, it's decent. Mienshao, not a big fan of it. Drotagon is, I'll put also in decent. I can't really justify that one too much. Golett goes to decent. Golurk can go to super good, though. I actually think Golurk is a really great shiny. That's a good one. Pawniard here, I think these are both going to go to super good. Pawniard and Bisharp, they're both really solid shiny designs. I could maybe make the argument Bisharp goes to God tier. I'm going to put it there. I think the gold looks really clean. We'll do that. Bouffalant is a decent shiny, nothing crazy there. Rufflet is solid. Braviary goes to super good. I think the swap from colors is really good. In terms of going from the reds to the blue, that looks really clean. Volibee and Mandibuzz are meh, not a big fan. Heatmore is a God tier shiny. I'm sorry if you disagree. It's too bad. You're wrong. Heatmore, one of the absolute best, dude. That red coloring that changes on its body. The body itself changing colors. Super cool design. Terrible Pokemon. Durant is decent. I wish it was a little bit better. I've grown to like Durant, but I don't like the Dino line. I really don't, but it's gonna go in decent / super good for Hydreigon. Again, I don't hate the line. I don't hate the shiny. It's just not for me, but I think it should go into super good. Larvesta is decent. Volcarona, I've never liked a lot. It's shiny. Like, you guys know I love my bug types. I've never personally liked Volcarona shiny that much, but I think it should go in the decent tier. Cobalion is also decent. It's not anything crazy. Terrakion, I think same. Virizion, again, I mean, I like what they did. They at least try to change it up. I can't justify putting them in super good, though. I just can't. And then when we get to the legendary birds, I don't think Tornadus is very good. I think that that's actually quite a disappointing shiny. Thundurus, however, I do feel like goes into a super good tier, believe it or not. I actually quite like the change on Thundurus. I think it's very, very vibrant. I love it. Reshiram and Zekrom. Zekrom is like disappointing, I would say. Reshiram is a little bit better. I'll put that in actually super good. I think Reshiram is a pretty good shiny. The gold is really nice on it, but there's such subtle shinies, a very, very minimal difference. I'm gonna put the Landos in disappointing as well as the Kirums too, because they could have been so much better. They really could have been. Keldeo I'll put in decent, not a big Keldeo fan. I personally do not like Meloetta, but I will like its design and shiny at all. And then last but most certainly not least is the mythical Pokemon Genesect. And Genesect can go straight to God tier. And that is our Gen 5 shiny rankings. We have ranked them all, baby. Gotta rank them all, gotta rank them all. Let's take a look at what we ended up with God tier. Victini, Emboar, love that. The Gigalith line, Scolipede line, Whimsicott. I mean, these are some of the best shinies of all time. They really are. Maybe surprise on the Kling Clang. I think everything else is pretty standard stuff. In terms of super good, I can see people making the argument for maybe, I don't know. I actually feel like this is I feel very good about my list here. Decent, I mean, there's a few that you could potentially move up, maybe move down. There's some great stuff in here. These are more so things that I maybe don't like as much or maybe aren't as crazy. Like, I know some people probably really like Crocodile and things like that, but otherwise, feel pretty good about that. Our disappointing tier, very good there. And garbage tier, maybe I was a little harsh on Emolga, but I feel pretty good about this Gen 5 list. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What Pokemon did you like or don't like, or what would you move around? Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and show some love, man, and I'll see you guys on our next video. Peace. If you enjoyed me ranking all these shiny Pokemon, you gotta check me ranking them over here. Otherwise, check out this video. Check out one of these two videos, or you're never gonna find a shiny again.